Hello, everyone. I am Mikey Winfield, and welcome to Stepfans and Chill. This is the morning show with the late night feel. You know, sometimes I wished I was doing a different career just because of how you can come off when you say things. Like if you're like a bartender or a waitress, or let's just say a cashier even, you could say I'm the greatest because, you know, they calculate your time. Or if you're, a track star, when you're the greatest and you can say it. I come from a world where humor is subjective, It's like I have a lot of out-of-body experiences, and you guys don't realize the level of how many out-of-body experiences I had. And what happens is I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, man, this guy is a silly, interesting, unusual guy. And I wish he would do what I wanted him to do. But he finds himself only doing what he wants to do. And I can just tell because everything I want him to do, he goes some completely different way. It's so bizarre. I don't understand the stars. I want to know it though. And those of you who do not believe zodiac signs, listen, it's real, all right? Read them a lot. Know your other signs. That stuff is real. Don't go and sell the house and make some type of drastic decision because you read your daily horoscope. But that stuff is not, something is connected, and there's dots, and there's higher energy, and there are coincidences. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But there's more to this than just us. You think the world's 1 billion years old, and we're only on it for 70 to 90? You think with all that time, this is it? Open your mind. I say all that, and I won't do the drugs that make you open your mind. I just won't. I'm too paranoid. It's disgusting. Not feeling it. I just came from a town, you guys. I went to a fun town up in very, very northern California called Ukiah. Man, let me tell you, I was in the cuts. It really felt like it's fun to go to a town and it feel like 1982. They didn't get all the newest stuff that's all these other places. And guess what? Something about them. These were happy people. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have the internet. All they had is live events and massage parlors. They had great restaurants. They had hookers the old school way. They were just a town that eventually, when they catch up to the 2000s, it's just going, I don't know if it's going to bring joy and happiness. But I had a blast. I was there man, this is probably how life was for my parents. It was so cool. It was so chill. And I look forward to going back. I mean, it was a great experience. You guys, but you know what time it is? It's time to jump into some letters from you. Those of you that got some relationship problems, I am here to help. And who better than me? I feel like no one can help you more than I can when it comes to relationships because I have the experience. I've struggled. I know it all. And I'm not even just here to help the reader all the time. I feel like I can help the world. If you're watching this, I guarantee something from this is going to make your life better. How much money you want to put on it? Let's see. Found a dildo in my husband's bag. Well. We have a story here, don't we? Anyone want to guess ahead why this might have happened? Let's think on a very positive way. Let's think that maybe he got this for his wife. He wanted to surprise her. You know, he wanted to give her a little DP. Y'all know what that is, right? A dancing plan. She says, I am currently 8 months pregnant with our second child. I mean, what better reason than that for a man to have a dildo in his bag? My husband and I also have an 18-month-old. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm currently at home most of the time with our son. We are both self-employed and work kind of random hours. More reasons why you need a dildo in your bag. This is a crazy story, and I haven't even got to the story yet. All right. This morning, our son was having a temper tantrum. Don't you just wonder, like, how are we going to get to that? It's like algebra. How are we going to get to a dildo in the bag from her son having a temper tantrum? Anyone want to guess? My son's flipping out. He's like, ah! And then he starts stomping on the floor. And then out of nowhere, the bag falls and a dildo rolls out. Who knows? This is pretty wild. This morning, our son was having a temper tantrum. So I took him into the other room to play as my husband was making breakfast. What was he making? Sausage. My toddler started poking around my husband's everyday bag that was laying on the bed, and I was letting him because he was finally preoccupied. Anyone with kids knows. If you got kids and they're young, you just want silence. You just want quiet. I don't care what they do. Yeah, go play in the street. But when you got kids, man, you just like, oh man, it's so much energy. Just chill out, you know. I don't think we have kids for like the first 7 years. That's not the reason you have them. The reason you have them is for like after that, when they turn into people. They finally turn into like a human, and then they have ideas and thoughts, and then you can push them to be better than you are because you're unhappy with your own life. Says, all of a sudden, my toddler pulls out a dildo that looks like a penis. Ma'am, what the shit are you saying? What do you mean a dildo that looks like a penis? I've never heard this sentence. How? All right, maybe I'm the newcomer to the party. Maybe I'm new in town. Is there a dildo out there that does not look like a penis? I just thought that's what dildo meant. All right. I don't have time. I was about to consult the definition fact checker and just find out if maybe some dildos are not shaped like penises. What a weird episode. All of a sudden, my toddler pulls out a dildo that looks like a penis and has a little battery pack attached. I took it from him and shoved it in your blah, blah. Nah, I took it from him and it also had lube on it. Wow, I don't know. That's bold. I guess I would do that if that was in like my spouse's bag. I would probably touch it. But if she had a dildo that I didn't know about and I found it in the bag and there was lube on it, give me a bag or some sheets or something. I don't want to touch it. I don't know. That sounds disgusting. I yelled to my husband. I wonder what she could yell at a time like this. I yelled to my husband. What do you think she yelled? Why do you have a dildo in your bag? I mean, what else was there to yell at a time like this? You just gotta love. Imagine getting that question from the back room. Now he knows. I don't know if he was hiding this. I don't know the situation. I don't know. We got to hear from him, but that's a wild question to get yelled at you. Why you got a dildo in your bag? He was sort of flabbergasted, as he should be, at first, and then told me that since I haven't been as enthusiastic about sex while I've been pregnant, and he got that to masturbate with and was too embarrassed to mention it to me. Yo, we definitely in the future. We are in the future. Anytime a man, this is what people get canceled for, but this is also what people need to say, all right? So listen, I support anybody's sexual weirdness or whatever you do. People have stuff. I'm not here to shame anybody, but we are in a different point of time when a man who is disappointed in his wife's enthusiasm about sex will go purchase a dildo to use on himself. Wait. My wife don't want it. So I'm going to go get a dildo to shove. Yo, do what you do. Listen, do what you do. You know what? Let's change the energy. I support you. You know, and you went and bought the lube. That made you happy. Probably makes you a better person in the world. That's what I'm here for. I want better people in our atmosphere. If that's going to make you go to work and be a better employee and put more positive energy out, hey, go grab that dildo and shove it up your ass. Whatever it takes. He was sort of flabbergasted and first told me that since I haven't been enthusiastic about sex while I've been pregnant, he got that to masturbate with and was too embarrassed to mention it to me. My problem is that he has never mentioned any sort of interest in anything like this. And why was it in his bag? You know, maybe this is one of those times where anyone else, they want to point him out as a liar. They want to say that this man is a liar. A man doesn't go and get a dildo to shove it up his own ass. You know, he really has it for another woman. But guess what I don't believe? I don't believe a man that gets a dildo for another woman brings the dildo home. Why would you bring it home? Why not throw it away and purchase a new dildo for your new experience? Is the sex store on the other side of town? How far is the sex store? Where is the dildo vendor? He's not. Call the weed man and be like, on your way, bro. I'll throw in a little extra if you pick up a rubber dick. What is going on in our world? This is wild. I'm not judging you. I'm not. I want you to know that. This is wild. She says, why was it in his bag? He says he put it in his bag because he was going to move it to a drawer or something. I have also asked him, that threw me off. Hold on, I'm sorry. I have also asked him why it takes him so long to get home from work. What do you think he's doing? He's stopping on the side of the road and shoving that old dildo up his honker? He often takes an hour and a half when it should only take about a half. And that he's gotten angry at me for nagging to him about it. Well, I will tell you, no man likes the nagging. But there's no amount of nagging that's going to make me stop at the dildo store, grab one, pull off on the side of the road, and shove it up my donk. No. I hate when she nags, but I can never say I hate it that much. He's got to hate your nagging on a whole nother level. How do you nag, ma'am? Like, do you not turn it off? Do you not know when to call it quits? You are nagging this man into purchasing dildos that, all right, I said this before, this might not be the advice you wanted, but it's probably the advice you deserve, all right? Confront him as you're doing right now. Have these conversations. And you said he's never shown any interest in this before. Well, you have a new man. This is different, and this is probably what needed to happen. You needed to catch him in this so that you guys can open up your relationship to better communication, more transparency. And I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited that from this day on, things are not the same. They're better. They are better because there's nothing else that he can hide from you if you know this. And you should share your secrets too, because all women have them. All women have secrets. Now I know at least one of those days he was out shopping for dildos for himself in secret while I'm waiting for him alone and pregnant with the toddler. I have caught him in small lies before, like that. He was hiding using nicotine. Way different. Using nicotine. A lie's a lie. Yeah, lies are lies, but out there using nicotine or having a secret dildo with lube on it, those are night and day lies. But I'm glad you found out this one. Or when I found bottles of whiskey in his car. So you got a alcoholic dildo user. Or more than one occasion when he says he doesn't drink much. He's a musician, so he brings it to his gig. I'm just feeling like this particular omission feels like I don't even know him, and I just don't know what to do. Well, guess what? You know him now. And he's a musician. He's an artist. Let me tell you a secret. Bleep this out, you guys. Artists are... There's a lot going on. Not only is he trying to balance a relationship, he has an 18-month son, you're pregnant, now he has music that nobody listening to. He out here torn in these little bars where he's slipping whiskey in his bag, where he could have just got it at the venue, but he don't have the means, so he's going to, the little dollar store and getting a bottle of whiskey just so he could, fulfill his, fear. Things are never going to be the same. And that's what you get when you're with an artist. If you can get to the core of the artist's, soul, and you can find out who they are, you've won. But a lot of times that's not going to happen. That's what you chose. I'm here to tell you, get in a relationship with someone from the bank, someone with a 9-to-5 job. Because an artist, guess what? An artist is going to ruin your life. All right. Here's a story. Let's see. Thank you for sharing this. I love the title. My husband sucks in bed. Well, maybe he needs to find other relationships so he can get some practice. There's no easy way to say this. He sucks. We've been together for 10 years. He's an amazing father. I like where you're going with this. He probably does other great things. He probably cleans up the garage and does everything around the house. And I'm going to listen to your story. But this is a reason that you make these decisions before. This is the reason that you have sex before marriage. Stop waiting until you get married and then making it the first time you do it. Now you stuck with this for 10 years. You've been in a relationship with 10 years of bad sex, you are cursed. I don't know what your soul did in another life. I don't know what type of karma you're receiving right now, but guess what? It's not his fault. It's yours. Because guess what? It's good to him. He's busting every time. And guess what? After that happens, guess what happens? He feels better. He's probably like, man, that was good, babe. Thank you. And you're left there unhappy. Let's see. He's an amazing father, provider. Please don't let that be the reason you stayed, because he's a provider and partner. But when it comes to intimacy, he doesn't know how to touch or please me, which leaves me to fend for myself afterwards. You've done this for 10 years. All right. You need to plan a girls' trip to Miami without the girls. And you need to find a Jamaican on South Beach and get dicked down. It'll last you about 3 years, and then you do another trip. I've told him numerous times. He tells me to teach him, and he's very apologetic. How sad is that? Yeah. I was making fun of him up to now. Now I can't make any fun. Any guy who's not knocking it out the park and he's apologizing for it is hopeless. Ah, man. That sucks. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the problem is, except, listen, send me a message. Send me a message on Facebook. And we can do an in-person session, and we can really get into the details of why this is a problem. And I think I can probably guide you and help you figure out maybe what's going wrong and help you to figure out this situation. Just to drop it in the DM, and then hopefully we can figure this out, because I think I need more than this to really get to what the problem is. She says, I've guided, instructed him, tell him what to do. He doesn't do it right, and it still sucks. At this point, if he's not getting it, not willing to try, or just doesn't care, I'm at my wit's end. Come see me. I don't want to be unfaithful. We all know what that means. It means you want to be unfaithful. I don't want a divorce. No one's asking you to get a divorce. I just want good sex. We're in therapy trying to work out our issues, but if a solution is not reached, I don't know what I'll do. Well, the decision is yours. You can be unhappy for the rest of your life. And if you're going to be, I hope you don't live long, because that's a lot of years to be unhappy. Make the decisions that make you happy. And if you only been together 10 years, that means your kid's probably 10 or 12. But you don't need to live like this. Talk to him, and that's not working. Maybe therapy will work. But if he's not willing to change, what is anyone supposed to do? You know what my therapist told me? Nothing changes if nothing changes. You get it? That means if you do not make every ounce of effort you need, it's going to be the same result. I don't know if I helped you on this. Anyone else, if you're watching, you don't have to be in this situation. If you're listening, you don't have to be in this situation. Make changes, you guys. Yeah. Be in control of your own self. Don't let others run you. All right? I actually still need this. All right, you guys. Let's close out. Let's close out with something that's been on my heart. All right. It's been pretty deep on my heart. All right. This world is full of pressure, full of a lot of pressure. But one thing we need to stop doing is pressuring everyone to be a boss. All right. Everybody's not a boss. Some people are built followers. Some people need leadership. Some are just not cut out for what it comes with. To be a boss, there's so many factors that come with it. Thick skin, hurting feelings, making split-second decisions. There are so many factors that come with it, and everyone is never going to be cut out. Not everyone. So let's stop forcing people to do it. All right? Let them be. You know, if they have it in them, you either do or you don't. It's either who you are or not. We got these influencers out here telling everybody what to do and how to be a boss. All you doing is giving them money so they can continue to do well in their lives. That's not helping you. These self-help books, listen, I don't knock self-help books depending on what the help is. If they're saying this is how you become a boss, it's not going to happen for you. You got it or you don't. You know it as early as 5th grade. 5th grade, you know how much candy I sold? I was selling nerds, gumballs, blow pops, ruffles, making bank. I didn't even need a real job. That was the real job. I was running recess. Nobody was stopping me at recess. Had my backpack. I had gummy bears. But that's when I knew. It was probably 4th grade when I knew. There's a generation right now of people also. It's this new generation of parents. We're not creating bosses in our children because we're unhappy about a lot of things that happened in our own childhoods. And we were mad at our parents for yelling and beating us and, you know. But what that did is told us, man, I don't try and be like that. A lot of us grew up poor. We're like, man, I ain't trying to live like that. And so now we're different because of it. But now we're doing well. And now our privileged kids are coming up weak. They can't compete. They whack. They soft. And they probably gonna get it when they like 35. But that's a long time. It's a long time. So I figure if they're ever gonna get it, just allow them to get it when they got it. But I'm not here to support them. I support it. I'll support in other ways. I'll give you some advice. But, you know, this financial thing, I don't know. Maybe I need to sell more glasses. By the way, you want some glasses? They on fire right now. Go to mikesglasses.com. I can't keep them in stock right now. You'll get it in about 3.5 weeks. I used to work at the grocery store, you guys. You know, it was a 9 to 5. At the time, you know, I enjoyed my time. That's a lie. No, I enjoyed knowing I was going to leave. I never wanted to be the manager there. I wasn't trying to be, they call it the store director. They try to give him a title so he can feel like, oh yeah, I'm the boss here. But man, every store director I met, only one of them was happy. I worked at about 26 stores. That wasn't the boss. Because guess why the store director wasn't the boss? Because he didn't own the company. Owning the company is a fun, thrilling, stressful, exciting way to live. And I recommend it. But if it's not who you cut out for, just keep doing what you're doing and making your day-to-days and best of luck on it, you know. Like right now, you guys, I actually need you. I've made purchases recently that I can't even make without your support. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off, but I'm excited to do it. So I'm living a thrilling life. Throw this away now. Thank you all for coming out to my shows, man. I'm watching some new listeners come out and tell me that they've listened and had comments about certain advice I've given, telling me maybe it wasn't the best. Well, listen, I never claimed to be a doctor or nothing. I just lived a long time, and I've done a lot, but I know that even if you're not receiving it, someone's receiving it. It's out there, all right? Thank you for your shares. Thank you for, I just want to say thank you, man. I feel like the energy receives gratitude. And when God and the world's energy, when you give that, you just find so many more amazing things coming in your direction. And right now, I'm high frequency. Like everything I'm saying that I want is happening because of this power in words. I'm like, it was a time I just wanted sold out shows, and that's happening. And then you're like, am I feeling ungrateful for saying that's not enough? But it's not. I'm grateful for that. Keep showing up. But now I want more. And I don't think you should feel bad for wanting anything, for wanting more in your life. So, thank you for coming out. The Stepman. Sorry. Hey, if you got to this episode and you don't know the origin of Stepfans and Chill, you need to look it up. Everyone should be familiar with Stepman, and right now we kind of going through it. We need to figure him out. Keep Stepman in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers, and we'll figure that out. But thank y'all, Stepfans and Chill. Another one.